Every year, UW Health hosts nearly 70 art exhibits featuring local artists.
A new exhibit opening this month brings light to the faces of addiction. I spoke with artist Paul A. Smith about his colorful new series debuting this week at UW Hospital.
It's about addiction. It's about removing the stigma of the word addict, of the word addiction. It seems to be a very negative thing. There's a reason that a lot of people that are in addiction or trying to recover from addiction have to engage in anonymity. They need to be anonymous. I've always questioned that. I've always kind of had a problem with that. Now, first of all, I am a recovering addict. So I have some understanding about what this is all about. And I wanted to change it because, secondly, I'm a lifelong artist. And one of the psychologies of making art is to have some people, the viewer, be affected by it. We want to make a difference in someone's life with our art. And I thought, okay, why can't we do this? Why can't we use the art to try to change some of these misconceptions about addiction? The show itself is actually, it started as a revisiting of a series I did back in the 90s, which was called The Heroes. And it was a bunch of faces, just anonymous faces. And it was based on the premise that ordinary people, just Joe and Jane off the street, are heroic. They're heroes. And then I dropped this series back in the late 90s. Recently, with the quarantine and everything, I decided to revisit it and started doing a lot of these faces. They were going to be part of the new hero series, but then I started thinking, I want these to make a difference. And suddenly the new heroes became faces of addiction.
There's 20 portraits, each putting a face to addiction.
Every portrait is a different color. That's to delineate that there's a personality involved there. We have a lot of misconceptions damaging assumptions that we make about addiction, regardless of the data and the definitions that we have about it being a disease. The idea being, okay, see all of there's 20 people on the wall. Which one is the addict? You can't do that. And the point being, okay, if that's illogical, if that is inaccurate, why are we making the same assumptions about the disease itself without even recognizing that it is a disease? The point being, the art is kind of a lure. We want people to look at all of these different faces, ask them to pick out pick out the addict. And there are some in there, people who are recovering from addiction. I did a self-portrait. It's in there too. I'm in there. And to drive home the point that when it comes to addiction, we have to look closer. We have to be able to understand that it's not just something that you can just say no to, because addiction is a disease. It's a fatal disease. It kills. We need to look at it for what it is. It's a chronic but manageable disease of the brain.
UW Hospital isn't allowing visitors in unless you know somebody there or have an appointment. How can people see the work?
We're going to be doing a lot of virtual work. We're going to be doing an on-location video so that people can actually see the work, see the show. We have an event page that kind of branches off my Facebook page, which posts all of the interviews, all of the videos that we're doing. And we're bringing that up to date every day.
So it's all on your Facebook page?
Well, it starts there. I mean, I have a main Facebook page that has the videos about the show itself, about its reason for being, definitions, the whole works, room for people to make comments. Like I said, I wanted to make a difference in someone's lives, how they look at addiction. Instead of looking at an addict and saying, what is wrong with you? Let's change that to what happened to you.
A powerful message indeed through art. Paul, thanks for being with us today.
My pleasure.
It is powerful. The exhibit went up today, and it's up there for a month. But as we say, you can't go in the hospital unless you know somebody. But it's going to be online.
Oh, I hope people make the effort to see it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.